Blackout Coffee brings you the numbers for this bout in the featherweight division. Eric Dodson versus Van Vo.
Van Vo enjoying a 3-inch height advantage, but also a 4-inch reach advantage. He's going to realize that because he knows Dodson likes to get inside and land a flurry of combinations. He's got to make him pay for trying to get close.
Eric Dodson said, I have to be aware of Van Vo's check hooks, and I have to keep landing smart counters. Round number 1. Fast start off from scratch for Eric Dodson. He's in the black trunks. Multicolored trunks for Van Vo. Sit on the right hand.
Well, these guys are throwing power.
On the jab against the ring ropes goes Van Vo, and that's ruled as a knockdown by Andrew Glenn.
That was because those ropes kept him up. A good call by Andy Glenn.
No protestations from Van Vo as he takes the mandatory 8 count standing. Called knuckle up from Glenn, right back to it. See the feint from Vo. Vo on the right hand. Step in again with the 1-2. There's the counter right hand from Vo. We're in 1 knockdown apiece.
Oh, look at that smile. I thought he was out for a second. Eric Dodson got leveled, but he smiled. That's a warrior. Oh, he's still hurt. Van Vo might want to come right after him and finish him off immediately.
Vo on the right hand. And that is ruled as a slip by
No, it's not. It's ruled a knockdown.
Protestation from Van Vo.
3 knockdowns so far. And I don't care. Dodson is still a little hurt. He's more hurt right now than Van Vo.
2-1 on the knockdown count here in round number 1 in favor of Eric Dodson. 40 seconds remaining in the first round.
2-2.
Make it 2-2.
I still think Dodson is still a little more hurt than Van Vo is at this point. He's got to be careful. He might want to grab his opponent.
Let me see your hands. Walk to me.
You saw the double thumbs up from Eric Dodson, the assessment from Glenn. The spear of blood on his face. The 3rd knockdown recorded of Dodson by Van Vo here in round number 1.
So this is a rare 5 knockdown in 1 round. We haven't seen too many of those.
Over here. Let me see your hands.
10-second clock.
10 seconds.
Final seconds, round number 1. A 5 knockdown round. 3-2 in favor of Van Vo. Next up, round 2.
I was so excited for this fight, Sean. I thought this was going to be the fight of the night. So far, man, when you're right, you're right. And here's the first one. Van Vo gets hit and knocked backwards. And Sean, we've talked about that before. If the ropes keep you up, that is a knockdown. And this is Dodson getting laid out. Looked like he was done, but then he smiles and gets up.
I knew if the fighters gave it back to me that I probably messed it up on a knockdown. Vo said nothing on the first knockdown. He said something to Andrew Glenn on the 2nd knockdown.
Once again.
Knockdowns apiece, and we are. Ruled as a knockdown again, just like the first knockdown of this fight. Andrew Glenn saying that the ring ropes kept Van Vo from falling. Wow.
I mean, this fight is all over the place.
Big exhale in the center circle from Eric Dodson.
So I don't care how many knockdowns there are. These guys are just warriors coming to fight.
On this step-in left hand. Big right hand from Dodson. That draws a smile, ironically, on the face of Vo. Vo swinging and miss. Dodson straight punches on the counter. Make it 4-3 on the knockdown count in favor of Van Vo.
These guys are still banging, ready to get up.
7, 8. Let me see your hands. Step over here.
But even though that was a knockdown, I don't think Dodson is as hurt as he was earlier in this fight.
50 seconds remaining, round number 2. Back and forth we go. Big right hand from Eric Dodson on the counter punch. That's ruled as a slip by Andrew Glenn. Vo now coming forward off of the slip. Dodson now on his back foot from his front foot.
It's whoever's able to get off first seems like they're the one who's leading this dance. They're the one winning.
On the right hand. Vo wiping the smear of blood away from his right eye. Dodson coming in on the counter from Van Vo. Counter right hand, now a straight right hand on the left hand. The counter again, and that is ruled as a knockdown. The 5th recorded by Vo in this fight.
Sean, I don't know if I've ever seen anybody get knocked down 5 times and still look as good as Dodson does right now. He doesn't really appear to be that hurt.
10 seconds.
We just heard the 10-second clap. This is an 8 knockdown fight. We will fight on. Next stop, round 3. Confirmation, round number 3 is upon us. 5 knockdowns in round number 1, 3-2 in favor of Van Vo. 3 knockdowns in round 2, 2-1 in favor of Van Vo. Medical timeout called by referee Andrew Glenn. Here is the assessment of Van Vo, led by the Chief Medical Officer of BKFC, Dr. Don Muzzi. Double thumbs up from Andrew Glenn. Both fighters up to scratch, 3 feet apart. Round number 3 underway.
Let's see if that causes a sense of urgency for Van Vo, knowing that they're looking at that cut.
Slip step from Eric Dodson to the outside. Vo feinting on the jab. Overhand right, counter left hand. Straight right hand, big shots on the inside. There's the standing finish and a remarkable victory and a remarkable fight for Eric Dodson.
And Sean, we talk about guys getting up off the canvas to win. I've never seen a guy get off their 5 knockdowns to win. That's got to be a new record for us. That's what I love about this sport. That's why you don't stop it. When you have a 3 knockdown in 1 round, that right there.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge of the action, Andrew Glenn, steps in, calling a stop to the fight at 17 seconds into round number 3. For your winner by TKO, Eric Thuggy Bear Dodson.
Sean, I have to give myself a little credit. I went out there before this. I gave these guys a speech. Tell them to come out there and put on the line. Those 2 guys, listen, man, that was a phenomenal performance. You have to love that fight.
We're over 1,200 fights in the history of BKFC, and Eric Dodson now holds the distinction of being the first ever BKFC fighter to pull himself off of the canvas 5 times to record the victory. 8 knockdowns in total and the standing TKO. The winner by way of 3rd round technical knockout, Eric Dodson defeats Van Vo.